Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Chadash. Which I give me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Why Shalom, why Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright, pretty much, title of this lesson would be All of the Elect. All of the elect is going to persevere. It's a lot. Yep, all of the elect will persevere through the fire, through hell. Alright? All the elect will persevere through the fire. Alright, because that's like Apostle Gabar like to say, Salaki. Slacking. But like Apostle Gabar always says, this is why we have been called into this truth. And that is to suffer. Alright, that's why we're called into this thing. And that's just to suffer, man. Matter of fact, set the stage with that. This is 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 18. It says, servants, be subject to your masters. It's like 19, verse 19, it says, for this is thankworthy, if a man for conscience toward the Most High endure grief. That's right. So we're supposed to be thankful, all right, and give thanks unto Yahweh Shema Shai if we are persevering. If we've been given the spirit of a relentless spirit. All right. We should be giving thanks unto Yahweh Shema Shai for that. Okay. Salaki. Yeah, ailments, man. Alright, so I'm going to read that again. It said, for this is thankworthy, if a man for conscience toward the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully. Right. It says, for what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patient? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, you take it patiently, this this is acceptable with the Most High. Verse 21, it says, "For even hereunto were ye called." You see? For even hereunto were ye called. You see, we've been called into this thing to suffer wrongfully. To suffer. I'm going to read that again, man, because this is beautiful right here. He said, "But if when ye do well and suffer for it," right, going out there and teaching the truth, introducing this truth, introducing Yahweh Shema Shah to the people, man. Alright? He said, "And if you do well and suffer for it, you take it patiently. This is acceptable with the Most High." Alright? So look what it says. It said, "For even hereunto were ye called." You see? This is why we're in this thing, to suffer for what we're doing. Alright? And not only that, but, in general. Alright? It says, for even hereunto were ye called, because Yahweh Shai also suffered for us. Alright? Because Yahweh Shai also suffered for us. So now we got a debt to pay. Alright? We got to pay back that debt. Alright? It said, "Leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps." That's right. Alright, so the elect Yahweh Shai has passed that cup down to his elect. Alright? They're frequently drinking from that cup. Alright? Which is a cup of afflictions. Okay? But you see, like I said, all of the elect, if you're of the elect, every single member of the elect will persevere. They're going to get through it. Alright? They're not going to fall away from this truth, man. None of them. Every single last one of them is going to fight, man. Alright? To the end. Okay? They're going to fight to the end. So, anyone that falls away from the truth, that's because they fall away from this thing of art. That's because they're not of the elect. It's already written that the elect, every single last member of the elect, is going to continue in this truth, man. No matter what hell they face. Alright? Alright, let me get let's see. Let's get Zechariah. You got examples like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Alright? They was thrown in the fire, in the literal fire, and they represent the elect. Alright? Matter of fact, since I brought that up, let me get that in Isaiah. Isaiah. Alright, this is Isaiah. chapter 43, verse 2. It says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. You see that? And this is for the elect, man. Alright? He said he's going to be with you. Alright? He's there to give you strength. Alright? It says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. Alright? The waters represents, trials and tribulations, man. Alright? He said, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, that's right, they shall not overflow thee. See? They shall not overflow thee. Meaning to, wash you away. Okay? You still here. When something's on the shore, whatever it may be, when they get splashed and those waves come, they wash whatever it is away. It's washed away by the water. Alright? But see, when you're still here. You're the elect, you're still here. So once again, he said, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. Yep. You see, that's how we got through what we get through. Once again, he said, when thou passest through the waters, when you get through that water, when you get through, the hell you go through, man. You see? He said, I will be with thee. So it's not of ourselves. It's through the presence of Yahweh Shemal Shai, man. All right, because we all have assigned angels. Okay, we all have assigned angels that guard us, that protect us, man. All right, we can't see them, but best believe that they're there. All right, they give you strength. All right, it said, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. You see that? And through the rivers. You see? They shall not overflow thee. You see? It says, when thou walkest through the fire. That's right. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned. You see? When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. You see? So we're not going to be destroyed. Okay? By this hell. Yeah, he said, when thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burnt, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Alright? You see that? So, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, what wasn't touched, wasn't destroyed by that literal fire. Hey, that represent the elect. All right. As we just read right here, the elect all of the elect is gonna make it, man. All right. Whatever hell you go through, whatever situation you in, it's not going to it's not going to injure you. It's not going to hinder you from doing the work. All right? That's what this is saying. It's not going to hinder you from serving and calling and serving Yahweh Shemal Shai. Yeah, I'm going to read that again. Verse 2 says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. That's right. And through the rivers, they shall not wait a minute. Yeah, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burnt, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. That's right. It said, for I am the Lord, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. Okay? So, the elect, all the elect will endure, all right, whatever hardship that is tailor-made for them, because we all have tailor-made, hardships, all right. Let me get this right here, Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord. Right? This land is talking about Babylon the Great, America. Alright? It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's right. But the third shall be left therein. That's the elect. Alright? It says, verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire. You see? Just like we just read in Isaiah. Let me get that again. What was it? Isaiah 43. Isaiah 43. He says, when thou pass through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they will not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Right. This is the 1/3 it's talking about. Alright? Not the whole nation of Israel, but all the 1/3, all of the elect. Alright? It's proof. We're reading it right here. Back to Zechariah 1 and 13 and 13 and 9. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire. You see? And I will bring the third part through the fire. Right? And will refine them as silver is refined. Alright? Because we're going to go through hell. We're going to be put through trials and tribulations, man. We're going to be put through the fire. Okay? But like he said, he going to bring the third part through the fire, man. He going to get you through your hell. Whatever you going through, he going to get you through it. Alright? So I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. That's right. And I will try them as gold is tried. That's right. You see? Because we got to go through that. The elect must go through the fire to receive salvation. Alright? It's like it's a way of passage. A like I said, damn word escaped me. But yeah, the elect must. That's why Yahweh said, "He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me." All right, that's salvation. But once again, he said, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried." Alright? So all of the elect, you member of the elect, just believe you gonna get through whatever comes your way, man. Whatever comes your way, you gonna get through it, man. Alright? Let's get the book of Psalms, chapter 34. In verse 19 it says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous." That's right. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Right? That's right. You come into this truth. That's why he said, "Prepare, my son, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptations." All right. So it says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous." That's right. Many. So you're gonna go through hell frequently, man. All right. It said, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all." You see that? He delivereth him out of them all. Okay? All of them. Not some of them, but all of them. Alright? So once again, it said, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous." Right? "But the Lord delivereth him out of them all." That's right. Verse 20 said, "He keepeth all his bones." Ooh, shit. "He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken." All right? Now, this is, dealing with Yahweh Shai. This is his prophecy, a prophecy of him when he was on the cross. They would break the bones of those that was crucified near him, but his bones was not broken. All right. Now they represented something. It goes deeper than that. It goes deeper. The understanding of that goes deeper. All right, because that represented the elect. All right, because the elect represents the body of Yahweh Shai. Okay? The body of Yahweh Shai. Alright? We are Yahweh Shai's body. Okay? You see? So yeah, once again, it says, "He keepeth all his bones." Right? The bones represents the elect. The members of his body. Alright? Matter of fact, when you go into this definition, one of the definitions is members. Members of what? His body. It's in the definition, in the etymology. Alright, this is a dark saying right here for the elect. Okay? He said he keepeth all his bones, right? Because they're protected, fortified by Shema Shai, man. Alright? It said many, Salakia. You know, it said he keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken. That's right. You still here. You know? Whatever you going through, whatever hell you going through, it didn't break you, man. None of the elect will be broken. They will not fall. All right? They would not stop striving. Okay? Because of the hell. Let me read that again. It said, verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken. Once again, that's a dark saying for the elect. Alright? None of the elect, all of the elect will stay together. That's the body of Yahushua. Continue to stay intact. Right? That's the body of Yahushua. The elect. Right? All of the elect will continue to stay together, man. You know? Doing what they do. Staying together in this thing of ours. Alright? So yeah, you know, that's pretty much it on that. And Alvaradazai, this was edifying to those that may hear this. Until next time, Yahweh Shema Shah, Bashim Kakalak Brakathum, Wa Baba Shalom.